I'm the new wave, a whole different swag, boy. I've been changing the game, bitch, it can rewind. Back in 17 with a pocket full of green, highest in the city.
Guys, so right now I'm going and I have a meeting with Dami. मैले यो मान्छेलाई चाहिँ निकै अगाडिदेखि फलो गरेको थिएँ 3-4 years जब म आर्मीमा पनि थिएँ अनि उसको मैले स्टोरी उसको पोस्ट हेरिरहेको हुन्थेँ अनि अलिकति इन्स्पायर लाग्थ्यो अनि हि इज मेकिङ 6-7 figures फ्रम दिस प्रपर्टी बिजनेस आज उसलाई भेट्न जाँदैछु छु अनि हि कम्प्लिटली मुभड इन्टु दुबई उसको फ्यामिली सबैलाई यहाँ सेटल भइसकेको छ हिज बिजनेस इन युके अनि दुबईमा पनि मिक्स छ सो लेट्स फाइन्ड आउट वाट एक्ज्याक्टली हि डज उसले बेला बेला पोस्ट पनि हालिरहेको हुन्छ इन्स्टाग्राममा his on average monthly expenses 300,000 pound 500,000 pound हालिरहेको हुन्छ सो त्यो कुराले चाहिँ अलिकति इन्स्पायर हुन्छु म पनि सो लेट्स गो एन्ड लेट्स मिट हिम एन्ड लेट्स सी वाट हि डज एक्ज्याक्टली एन्ड हाउ मच हि मेक्स
दुबईको बसाइ सक्यो तपाईको
सकेको छैन दुबई अब यस्तो दुबई बसाइ भने नि यो पनि घरै हो मेरो सेकेन्ड घर अब आजको 1 बजेको फ्लाइट छ त्यसपछि युके जाने युकेमा फ्यु कामहरू गर्नु बाँकी छ अनि नयाँ टिमहरू पनि हायर भइरहेको छ सो टिमहरूलाई ट्रेनिङ गराएर त्यसपछि युकेको फ्यु कामहरू हेरेर बिजनेसहरू सेटल गरेर फेरि ब्याक आउने हो अनि मेबी आफ्टर 3-4 weeks पछि म ब्याक हुन्छु अनि आउने बित्तिकै मेरो एकोमोडेसन पनि मिलाउनु पर्ने छ अहिले एयरबिएनबी बसिरहेको छु अहिले आई थिङ्क यो मेरो 7th or 8th एयरबिएनबी होला सरेको एकदमै हेक्टिक हुन्छ सो अपार्टमेन्ट बुक गर्ने आज युके जाने अलिक एक्साइटेड पनि छु किनभने मैले गाडी मेरो म्याक्लारेन लिएकै भोलिपल्ट म युकेबाट छोडेर आएको सो गाडी एकदमै एक्साइटेड पनि छु गाडी कुदाउनु एकदम मन पनि छ अनि यो फ्राइडे गाडी पिकअप गर्नुपर्ने छ भोलि त्यसपछि फ्राइडे मेरो लन्डनमा इभिनिङ डिनर पनि एउटा इभेन्ट छ मलाई इन्भाइट भएको छ हिजो भर्खरै सो रियली एक्साइटेड युके फर्किनको लागि
मैले ल्याएको शैली न फरकमा अहिले जन कडक तैले पैसा किन पाउँछ सब गीत भन्दा चटक धेरै स्टुडियोमा ब्लूज इट्स अ डिफरेंट ball
Absolutely amazing. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you, man? Good. Guys, welcome back. So today, I want you to meet one of my friends, legend myth, Kenjo, and Dami. Just kidding, bro. So guys, I want you to meet Dami, the serial 7 figures property business entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And completely moved in Dubai, right?
So,
Yeah. So yeah, tell more about yourself.
I've been 10 years in business. I've built a profitable property business in the UK. That has allowed me complete financial independence to now live in Dubai and sustain myself and my family. I am passionate about business and I have a strong entrepreneurial spirit. I believe that anything that you set your mind to, you can achieve. So anything that you believe, you can achieve. If someone has done something, there is no reason why you cannot do it. So I'm very big on mindset because to achieve big things in life, you first have to have the audacity to believe.
Yeah.
Then when you believe, you execute relentlessly at everything that you, and nothing is impossible because everything is possible.
Yeah. I remember you started your corporate job from Dubai.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Like how long was it?
Yeah, so I was in Dubai 2017 to 2019.
Yeah.
And I left my job 2018 and went full time into entrepreneurism from there.
Right. Okay, what made you move back to UK and start your journey, bro? Because you were already in Dubai.
You were already in
right?
Dubai, yeah. So really, it was the missus. She wanted to go back, pregnant with the second child. So we thought, you know, let's go back, use the NHS. Back then, if you didn't have a job, you didn't have healthcare or anything like that linked, so it could be quite expensive.
True.
When we were building up, we thought, let's go and build in the UK. So yeah, that was the reason we left at that time.
So I have a few questions and my viewers as well.
Yeah, sure.
So right now you have moved completely in Dubai. Like, so how many businesses are you running currently?
Currently, I have the main property business. I have a supported living business. I have an Airbnb specific business. I have an education company, a content agency, and also my wife's business. So about 5-6 businesses we have.
All in UK, apart from the content creation.
Yeah, mainly in UK, except the content which we do in Dubai.
Right. And how do you manage, bro? Because you are here in Dubai. The time zone is different.
Well, firstly, the time zone we're 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours ahead of the
Yeah,
UK, so
true.
that helps massively. But I'm very big on systems. So I believe in SOPs for everything. If something can be outsourced, we outsource it. Also, with AI now, a lot of tasks can be replaced. We don't need to chase tenants for rents. AI can do that. With Ring doorbells and automation and all of these things, we don't need to speak to guests when they check into an Airbnb.
Yeah.
We need to just have a system, a centralized system where all of the team can look and have the. We like to empower our staff.
Yeah.
We say, look, if this scenario happens, what will you do? If that scenario happens, what will you do? And then when we train them on being proactive rather than reactive, it makes the business a lot easier. So, for example, let me give you one example. If we get less than a 5-star review on Airbnb, my VA already knows to go and check Airbnb's policy, run it through some of our software and see if there's any discrepancies in the review where it's not valid and it can get removed, then send it to Airbnb. If she can get it removed and it's a bad review, she'll get a bonus. Same thing with guests. If they leave and they've damaged the property, she doesn't have to send me pictures and ask for my opinion. Go to the dispute resolution. If you can get a resolution, you get 10%. Things like that, it empowers staff rather than you having to tell them what to do. So rather than managing them daily, you're delegating and giving them freedom.
Yeah. So on the systems and automation, this is what you believe, and one of the key to grow your business as well.
Yes.
Most of the business owner, what they do, they start their business and they wear different hats.
Correct.
Right. I believe you've been to that road as well.
Yes.
So where do you go when you to get more advice or to get information about the systemation and then the automation?
For me, it's always about being around powerful people and being around and being mentored for them. So I was in a scenario with some quite successful business owners. One guy was a billionaire and the other guy was just like an entry-level millionaire, so maybe net worth was about 6 or 7 million. The guy whose net worth was 6 or 7 million, he was getting up all the time on his phone, he wouldn't stop on his phone, he messages, very stressed. The billionaire, I didn't see him take one call at all. So I said, why have you got so much time? And he said, systems. And then it made me think. I started to do more research. Does Jeff Bezos know if he has a return? Or if he has a delivery? Because he doesn't know he has systems, right? Yeah. So the best place to find it is somebody that's already been there. Like the owner of Airbnb, Brian Chesky, does he know if Airbnb has 100 check-ins in an hour or 200? I'm sure he doesn't. He'll sit in his meeting, he'll leave his team to do that. Yeah. So when you're wearing a hat, the best thing to think is money can always be made again, but time is a finite resource. You can't get your time back. So if you can't get your time back, what should you be using your money to do? You should buy your time back. So if a task is $50 an hour task, and let's say my time is worth $1,000 an hour, I should be buying that task back. For example, in my house, Kenzo knows I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't tidy up. It's fully outsourced because my time is built on leading the business, not running the business from within. I'm not working in the business, always on the business. So my advice would be any task that you can outsource. Any task, no matter how trivial, outsource it and free up your time. If you operate your life like that, you'll be more successful and you'll have more clarity.
That's very important. And that is one of the reasons I'm here as well.
Yeah.
Because my business back in UK is in automation.
Yeah.
Slowly I'm understanding the power of systems and automation. Very key, very key.
And your systems are only as powerful as when you leave. Because you can think you've got good systems, but try being on a flight for 7 hours, not checking your phone, having your internet off, not connecting, coming back and seeing no issues. Or just seeing, Nick, everything's automated, everything's fine. That is the key. Because you may think you have systems, we don't know until you test them.
Right now I'm still in that transition phase. So whenever I'm off from the work, I feel like something is wrong. If someone's doing the work on my behalf, I feel like he or she might not be able to do in that standard I used to do.
That's something that you have to do. Look, two things. 80% done by someone else is 100% better than it done by you. That's number one. Or number two, go and find A players, because there's an exponential growth that you will get from an A player versus a B player. What I mean by that is, let's say you find someone who's going to manage your content, for example, and you pay them £500 a month, right? Let's say you find someone who can do it 10 times better, and they want £1,500 a month. That's a 3x in initial spend, but it's actually a 10x in results. So like, the more you pay, your exponential growth in your team is going to improve. So maybe look at getting an A player, because although you may be spending more, they may generate 10 times more revenue for your business. And that's where people go wrong. They try to cut corners on staff, or they try to do X, Y, Z. I've had so many people telling me, oh, you can get this job for less, or you can pay cleaners less, or you can do this. For me, it's not about the payment. It's about what return, what ROI am I going to get on that investment if I'm looking for only the best. So look for the A players. Similar things to what you've done here. You've got an FX3, you've got your videographer. Remember I told you, get someone, you need to be getting someone around you to get content a lot of the time, because in this day and age, content is key.
True.
A lot of people are doing great things, but if it's not recorded, nobody cares. If it's not online, it didn't happen.
Right, absolutely, bro. I agree with you. So, how much was the last month expenditure?
Okay, so last month we spent about, on the business, we spent about £210,000.
That was last month.
That was last month, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
When
this-
are we hitting 1 million, bro?
Yeah, well, this is the aim. So this year, what we're looking to do, if we achieve everything that we're looking to do, we'll have expenses up to 1 million by December.
Yeah.
Yeah, every month, and we're trying to grow the business to a point where so I started the business in 2017. I've always said 2027, I want to sell it for a nice 8-figure sum. So that is the aim, and that's why I'm so big on systems, because a business can't run, like if a business is only reliant on me to run, that's not a
it,
business.
yeah.
People and these private equity and these sort of 9-figure organizations and establishments that just wanna buy rolled up income. They want to buy rolled up income. They don't want to come into a business and have to start doing any work. They want to know, this is the expenditure, this is the profit. Maybe we can tweak this, maybe we can tweak that, but we're not. A lot of businesses don't have that organization and that structure, and this is what I'm really, really working on building. I literally want to delete the Airbnb app from my phone. I don't want to see uplisting. I don't want to know anything about tenants. I don't even want to know their names.
Yeah.
I want the systems to look after themselves.
That's nice.
Really important.
That's nice. Yeah, man.
CARTER. I'm the new.
नेपालमा चाहिँ हामीले फ्राइड राइस भन्छौँ होइन, अरू भुटेको भात भन्छौँ, तर इन्डोनेसियामा चाहिँ नासी गोरेन भन्छ।
मैले ल्याएको शैली न फरकमा अहिले झन् कडक तैँले पैसा किन पाउँछस् जब गीत भन्दा चटक धेरै स्टुडियोमा ब्लुज।
Guys, good meeting with my friend Dami. As always, whenever I meet him, I get that powerful energy, and I go back and execute it and increase my business. So, Dami, it was really good catching up with you,
You too, brother.
and you have shared really valuable points. I hope viewers, you'll definitely take notes, and we'll catch up very soon, man.
Yeah, we will.